Hello, Proxy Table Gaming. I am IberG with lucky sixes as always, and we
Yeah,
have been on some international travel, haven't
we have. We are back in our home country after a rendezvous with the Swedes.
we? Yeah, yeah. What a weekend it was. Awesome weekend, wasn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yeah, really, really good. Very friendly bunch. They're very welcoming, and yeah, it was nice. We saw outside the tournament, saw a bit of culture and everything. But
A tiny bit, a tiny bit.
yeah, yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, as I say, that everyone was fantastic to see. So, thank you very much for everyone for having us. And yeah, the start of our mini series of the Swedish contingent.
Mm, yeah. We managed to get a good few games as well because, as this report testifies, we managed to get a couple of games in on the Friday before the tournament began. We're only going to report on the one of them, just because we want to get on with the tournament reporting.
We do.
Yeah, I played against Christopher, who was playing Orcs and Goblins, and it was, well, actually, to be fair, I'm about to say it was a beautiful army, but I don't think there was a single army out there that was not amazing
Oh, the
in terms of
standard was so
painting,
good.
creativity. It was so good.
The standard was so good.
Tried, yeah,
We've got a big lot of photos of the thing. So what we're probably going to do is one of the extra after we've finished the what is it, the book reviews. One of the Friday videos will be just a GlennCon general video to go and have a look
yeah,
at. So stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and click on the notification button if you want to get told of when that arrives shortly. But yeah, we will have
yeah.
some extra videos and extra content. But yeah, we're just so excited to bring you the bat reps.
Yeah, that's it. And I was taking Ogre to Sweden.
You
Two
were.
reasons. One being it fit in a shoebox, which I could get on the plane, which was very essential. And two being that I've always wanted to get these particular Ogre models onto a table in real life. I've had them for a little while, and I don't think I've ever managed to play with them. So that
Yeah.
was the other reason. And yeah, so let's see how I get on against Christopher in practice on the Friday evening before we started. So this is my list with the Ogre Khans. I'm quite traditional in that I do like a Death Star, you know, if you can call it that, with them being tribesmen. I think you still can because there's just a lot of
A
ogres
lot
there.
of them, yeah.
And if they have the three characters with them, then they're definitely qualifying as a Death Star. Although I didn't always play the characters in the tribesmen, as we'll
Mm.
see throughout the battle reports. But yeah, we'll press on with the list. Shaman, Wizard Master, Thaumaturgy, which I'm continuing to learn in a few games you've seen before this. And he's my fighty shaman. Every time I tell my opponent what he does, I say he's a little bit more fighty than normal because he's got a
Mm.
spine splitter, heart ripper, paired weapons, and
Yes.
Destiny's Call to give him an Aegis as well if he needs it with an extra channel. So he's hosting all of my channel with the Scroll of Power to boost a spell if I don't like the casting roll as well. The Great Khan, which is essential in ogres for Discipline 9. It's the only way you're going to get Discipline 9, I think. Well, 100% sure of that. He's got a Wrestler's Belt for an extra bit of strength, and then he's a Horde Master, so he's got all the weapons,
Mm.
including an Ogre Crossbow and Liger's Tongue to make the opponent -2 offensive. The Khan BSB is Banner of the Guy and Get, which is the reroll ones to hit and to wound. Awesome standard. And you have to reroll to wound against him. Otherwise he's just got an Iron Fist and no crossbow, so not overly kitted out really. Yeah, the big tribesman with paired weapons. I like the paired weapon option because that way you can bypass the parry and it's also less
Mm.
expensive. So I could squeeze in a unit of 6 bruisers alongside my 20 scraplings in core. Um, if I'd have gone with Iron Fists on the tribesman, I wouldn't have been able to get as many bruisers.
Right.
And
Okay.
so I quite liked having a bit more of a chunky unit of bruisers in there, really.
Yeah.
That was the thinking
And you
there.
got the wounds. You don't
Um,
necessarily need the protection.
that's it. That's it. Yeah. And you mean, it's 5 up armor soon goes anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah. So 6 up armor, who cares? They're the banner of courage because I've learned from my battle against Matt Wilson, and they aren't going to be running off the board, hopefully. Yeah, so for Tusker Cavalry, which are some of the models that I really want to bring to the table, they've got a Banner of Speed for a zonal threat of 9 inches, 19-inch charge range, which is awesome.
Mm.
With paired weapons again, mainly because of the Frost Mammoth doing the agility debuff on my opponent. Two Thunder Cannons. Tried it out because I've got the models and I like the models I bring. So I wanted to put them in to see if the meta liked a bit of cannoning.
Yeah.
You may have seen the list review. So I'll say no more there. And yeah, some trappers as well for the only bit of chaff really, because I couldn't really count the scraplings as chaff because they don't really move. So yeah, there we go. And Christopher with the orcs and the goblins. He has a shaman. This is very much a grunter list, which seemed to be a good theme of the orcs and goblins. A lot of the orcs and
Mm.
goblins are
Yeah.
sporting the marauders at the moment, which is cool. Although having said that, the shaman is actually on foot. Wizard Master Shamanism, Destiny's Call, Monster Munch. It goes in the Iron Orcs, and he's also got Giant Slayer, which is kind of cool. You know, for
Yeah, that's really
a
cool.
decent amount of attacks and lots of strength. So
A
he's a
slightly
bit of a
more
fighty
killy.
shaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Orc Warlord is on the Grunter. He's got the reroll to wound thing and the Vorpal Binding Lance, which is very scary, and the Mask of Endless Violence. I think is that the Hatred and Fury one? I think maybe.
Yeah, I think you
Um,
also get +1 to hit against him.
oh yeah, sure, makes sense. And a Potion of Swiftness, which is what I like to do on a Warlord as well. Two Brood Alphas, one Captain, one BSB. That seems to be a fairly standard thing. But
Yeah.
what's not standard is that one of them was on a Grunter Chariot, which is really
Yeah.
cool. So it goes in with the Iron Orcs chariots.
Yeah,
Really
that is cool.
nice to see that. And the Brood Alpha BSB had the Distortion Emblem and the Element of Void for the extra channel, so we were the same channel amount. Two big units of Veteran Marauders, just awesome, just so good. Those two units, one with Stalkers, one with Courage. Big unit of Iron Orcs, they seem to be in a good place at the moment, and they've got Stalkers standard to help them out, as is tradition. Three Goblin Chariots, I love seeing that in someone else's list. It's the Grotto Boys came to Sweden sort of thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so nice, I love that unit. And then three Grotling Scrap Weapons, which are becoming popular at the moment as the random moving, yes, but they can do some stuff if they get in the
Yeah,
right
I
place.
really can.
So pretty cool, good list. This was the map we played. It was one of the tournament tables because we'd just previously helped set up the hall.
Yeah, it was
So
really
we
good to
used one of
see
the
that.
tables.
Yeah, we used a lot of 3D terrain, but they were all the maps because there's 16 maps.
Mm,
There was 15 tables, I think. So
yeah,
every single one was a different map, which was great.
exactly. Exactly. It was awesome. Yeah, so we played on this one, and we played the first objective, primary deployment, etc., from round one, just to practice it as well, which was frontline clash, so you can't have the flanks. Other than that, it was Skull of Harold the Red Stub. I kept on calling him something completely different whenever I
Yeah.
mentioned this objective. I think I was like Scaggy Runehorn or something. I
All
don't know
right.
how my
Okay.
opponents knew what I was talking about, but they
I
did.
did. This
So I
English guy's
definitely didn't
speaking a
call
bit
him
weird.
Harold Red Stub. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you what. That's while we're here. Let's mention it that they all spoke awesome English.
Yeah.
Like it was
Well,
not a
way better
language
than
barrier
us.
at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So thank you to all of them because my Swedish, well, the less said about that, the better. Yeah, so this is where we gather the clues and then
Oh,
we decide where our objective will be.
yeah.
That's it. I wasn't going to say any more. Um, I believe that this is the objectives that we chose. I chose defender. I think I won the roll off to choose defender. I think I said because this is the
Oh,
point
right.
where I was
Okay.
on a run of winning the roll off every time. Like
Yeah.
in 3.0, even after this battle, I'd won my roll off every single time.
Yeah.
So I was, I was always choosing whether I wanted to be attacker or defender. And I chose conserve our numbers so that I would keep my scoring units alive. He chose the opposite, capture the banners, and we tried to fight it out with the scoring units, basically. Turn down,
Yeah.
settle the score.
So one of you was going to win.
One of us was going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, unless we just stood there, I guess. But, not going to be doing that. This is the beautiful Orc army. It was based on the Anglo-Saxons. It was beautiful. I mean, not a green skin in sight in terms of the Orcs, but the theme is
He was
amazing.
very historical, wasn't he? So
He was. It was
yeah.
great because he knew more about English history than I did, far
Yeah.
more. And I did a history degree, so there you go. He was telling me all sorts about the invasion and all sorts. And yeah, I think at one point I said that these guys were the last people to invade us or something. And he actually, and I had to argue about no, William of Orange was invited. Anyway, we won't get into that. So
Mm.
um,
That's another video.
That's another video. Yeah, that's alongside the horsing hour, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
What an awesome army. I got some pics as you've seen there. So this is deployment, and yeah, I loved getting this army on the table. I've wanted to get that blue frost mammoth and blue tuskers on the table for a while. Yeah, I went with tribesmen, not tribesmen, bruisers on the left. Then I've got the trappers in the ruins, then the frosty, then the big block of tribesmen with all my characters this time around. Two cannons facing off anything. I mean, it would have been. I dropped obviously because I'm defender. So I know he dropped because I was defender, he was attacker. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
guess
I actually
I
think this is after. I don't know whether he's got the Vanguard as well with the chariots. I'm not sure, but it
defender's
might.
vanguard, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe he was defender actually then.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Oh well, we won't worry about that practice game. Yeah, and the Tuskers on the right. He's got his Iron Orc chariots with the character in the middle of them on this far left as we're looking at it. Then he's got unit grunters, marauders, then the Goblin chariots, then a scrap wagon, then the Iron Orcs, then another scrap wagon facing sideways as tricksy hobbits, tricksy goblins, I guess, or scrappers. Then the unit marauders coming over the hill. It was a hill, not a ruins, and then another scrap wagon on that side. So let's see how we go. How do we go? Hmm. Maybe that's my defenders a vanguard actually.
Oh,
To
so
move
instead of
those guys
moving.
forward. I don't know. We'll press on either way. I can't remember this one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, it must have. One of us did a defenders vanguard anyway. Put it that way, because the Inox don't have it and the tribesmen don't have it. So who can explain that? Anyway, a Wrath of God. So this is funny. Christopher had his mate. I can't remember his mate's name. That's really bad. Next to him, and I cast Wrath of God, and his friend advised him in Swedish, which Christopher explained to me afterwards. He
Yeah.
translated what he said because there was none of that. There was none of that like issue with the
Mm,
language. Like I say, he said basically he advised him not to dispel this Wrath of God because Wrath of God is rubbish.
it is rubbish.
So Wrath of God is there. Let's carry on. He moves forward, comes at me. The scrap wagon that you can see in front of the two cannons rolled 18.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Good lad, good lad. Triple six on the advance. The other two didn't do very much. In fact, the one in the middle he bounced off his Iron Orcs just to keep him there. But yeah, that's that one in the front is really going for it. Yeah, and the Marauders didn't come forwards actually on this side. I was quite surprised by that. I thought he might
Mm.
challenge them. I guess he
19-inch
was at
range is a.
19-inch on my Tuskers is a little bit of an issue. So I guess he was waiting for an opportunity, see what the scrap wagons did,
Mm.
and yeah, benefit from that. I declared a charge with my cannon on the scrap wagon because I kind of like there wasn't a huge amount of targets for my cannon, and I figured it was probably more likely that I would kill it in combat with impact hits than if I shot it with two cannons. Even at that range, they can still miss.
Mm.
So I figured just impact it and smoosh it into the ground. And Wrath of God comes down.
Oh, baby.
That rubbish spell. Here it is. Yeah, I killed a whole back rank of marauders. I think it was three, and a two of the goblin chariots, and I did I think four wounds to the Iron Orc chariots as well. You can't quite see
Nice.
the wound markers, but yeah, it very much neutered a lot of that side of the board, which is
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, I think this picture might be. I don't believe he got Predator's Instinct on them before Wrath of God came down. No, he didn't, because Wrath of God came down at the start of the magic phase, and then he cast Predator's Instinct on them. Because obviously that would have been rerolled to wound in the ranged stuff. So yeah,
This is your
there's
turn,
that.
though, isn't it?
No, this Wrath of God comes down at the start of his turn.
But you've just charged.
Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I just roll really well on the wounding against the
Okay.
Goblin chariots. Yeah. But either way, killed loads. I mean, it has to be said that the range of the Wrath of God was so good. I like didn't roll anything below a 10 for the hits and for the
Nice.
range. Like it was
Cool.
2d6 in a
Yeah.
row because you rolled the well. I suppose it was the range was it was only 4. So the range was 2d6. I got above a 10, so that's why I hit all 3 units.
Yeah.
And then the hits on each of those 3 units was all above a 10 for each of them,
That's
which
cool.
probably explains how I got through Predator's Instinct with the wounding on the chariots, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, really awesome. I got Smite the Unbeliever and killed off another Marauder as well, because just to rub it in.
And another Wrath of God.
Oh yeah. So I guess I did, unless I haven't taken it away yet. But
Sure.
yeah, yeah. Over here, the blooming scrap wagon just did 3 wounds to my cannon, which I
Yeah.
thought was rude.
They're very
But at the
rude.
same time, the impact hits didn't kill it, and I think we were same agility on the attacks, the grind attacks from the scrap
Okay.
wagon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that took 3 wounds. But by moving that chariot forward a little bit, I was kind of peeking him out into the front anyway. So I knew that he
Mm.
was probably not long for the world. This is also showing his movement, Christopher's movement in his following turn. He's got the scrap wagon right in front of the Tuskers, which is
Yep.
awesome. So that's why the Marauders have come forward a little
Yeah, a
bit,
bit more comfortable.
bit more bold. Yep. So there's that. And he also summons a totemic summon on my flank. I don't know if I let that off or not. I don't recall having a bad magic phase in terms of dispelling. But either way, he's got a totemic summon on. So that's fine.
Mm.
You also see there, that is my beautiful kebab pizza, which we both sampled throughout the weekend, didn't we? So,
We did.
yeah, it's quite an experience.
It was, yeah.
Uh,
You
yeah,
charge
okay.
in?
I charge into the scrap wagon. Yeah, I decide not to charge the cannon into the Marauders. I could do D6 impact hits, but then I would almost certainly die.
Yeah,
Because
I
his
think so.
Warlord would attack before my Ogre on top and
Yeah.
the Beastie. So I decided not to do that, and you'll see what I do, which I think is just move the cannon forward and chaff him with, chaff for chaff, basically.
Mm.
I know he's got his totemic summon to come on and do a similar job in a minute, but for now, at least, I'm just prolonging the inevitable. Um, Elsewise, I was fairly standoffish. I could see, obviously, yeah, there wasn't a second Wrath of the God. That was only the one.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I could see how much damage I'd already done with Thaumaturgy to his other flank. So I was kind of like, I don't need to rush this. I just need to make him come forward you know,
Yeah.
Thaumaturgy finishes off that flank. You can see the Goblin chariots have gone. The amount of damage that they took on the Wrath of God meant that they were shaken,
Mm.
and they were actually below 25%. So
Oh,
they
right, okay.
decimated, gone,
Nice.
which is awesome. So that was a long charge threat I did not have to worry about. I got Children of Umi off on the Tuskers because I could see a potential issue with my
Mhm.
chaffing abilities. You can see where he's put in the line of sight there as well, which gives you a prelude as to what kind of discussion we were talking about at the time. He declares a war cry, I believe, excuse me, to get the Iron Orc chariots in. Now, Lucky Sixes, you can explain why I'm 1 bruiser down at this point. Why am I 1 bruiser down on that unit during our
Oh,
practice game on Friday?
yes. So you're not is the answer. But
Yeah,
I was also playing a practice game and completely forgot that I needed to pack a totemic summon. So that
yes,
is my totemic summons.
just for the Friday. You managed to
Just for the
borrow one
Friday.
from our good
I did,
host,
yeah,
didn't
yeah, for
you?
the rest of the.
But yeah. Yeah, but for now, I was a bruiser down, even though I wasn't. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's a scary charge. I mean, I think he needed like a 5,
Mm.
but with a war cry and everything, all good. Yeah, so this is obviously why I'm Children of Ooming the Tuskers, because this looks a lot closer than I remember it being when I moved the cannon there.
Yeah, man.
um, there was we measured this like around the time that I was casting Children of Umi, to be fair. And the Iron Orc's in the flank of the cannon. That's fine. He didn't charge the Marauders, which arguably he could have done as well. But he didn't need to really. The Iron Orcs would do the job. I only had 2 wounds left on the
Mm.
cannon. And he needs an 8 overrun to get into the Tuskers.
Oof.
So that's doable.
Doesn't
Because
he?
he's got the war cry.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say, does the war cry carry over to?
he's got Swish Stride on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh goodness.
So, hmm. At least I think this was the Warcry turn. Fairly sure, because the Iron Orc chariots went a
Would
long
make
way, and he
sense.
didn't he
Yeah.
didn't charge anything turn one, so it must have been now. Um, yeah. The bruisers die tremendously. They didn't. I don't think they even did a wound or much to his Iron Orc chariots. Maybe they maybe did one or two. Actually, I think they did one to the character. I took
Okay.
all of my attacks on the character because he had two left out of four
Yeah.
after the Wrath of God, and I only did one wound to the character. So I was a little bit disappointed I didn't manage to get the wound on the character.
Okay.
But what's also, considering how Wrath of God went through these guys like butter, they have taken so many dangerous terrain tests and trap tests on those scrappers. Because
Yeah.
yes, they charged into the bruisers, but in order to get to the bruisers, they had to go over, I think they went over an obstacle, a wall.
Okay.
They went in the ruins, and they suffered the traps of the trappers.
For goodness me.
And not a single DT or trap test was failed. Now I can't complain because Wrath of God was awesome. I'm not
Yeah.
complaining, but it was just like, okay, I mean, that unit's still looking pretty good.
Pretty
But
healthy. Yeah.
there you go, pretty healthy considering it's gone through unit bruises.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over here, now this is the point where I can't remember if he remembered his swift stride on the overrun.
Oh no.
Because there was a big build up to this about needing
Yeah.
an 8 overrun and how an 8 was technically above average. You know, you if it was a 7, then you got a good chance or everything. Needing an 8 on 2d6 is, you know,
Mm.
it's tougher. I can't remember if he added his Warcry Swift Stride.
Okay.
I can't remember him
But either
doing it.
way, you
I
rolled
mean,
low.
either way, he got like 6 inches. And we discussed this at the point, and he sort of said, like, needing an 8, probably the better move is to combat reform and just face your tribesmen.
I don't know.
You
I don't
think
think so.
you'd gone for it? You'd have gone for the
Nah,
overrun,
not on
gone for
an
the
8. If
kill.
it was a 10, I agree, but on an 8, that's
Okay.
too much of a good thing. You could wipe out the Tuskers here. Are they in the flank?
I think it looks like it from where this
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it looks
Well, I
like it.
think,
So
yeah,
yeah,
on an
it
8,
would
you got to go for it.
go
Man.
for
You
it.
got to
Got
go
to
for
go
it.
for it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
like
I mean, maybe
it's like 1 in 36 is just a double. It's an 8
no.
is good
Yeah,
enough.
exactly, exactly. Yeah. Obviously, the cannon didn't survive to the Inox, but yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good thing. Interestingly, I don't know if we measured whether or not if he had got to the flank of the Tuskers, whether my tribesmen would have still been able to see him in his
Sure.
flank.
So that is a separate thing.
We didn't work that out, so it could have been tough for the Inox either way if my tribesmen
Hmm.
had been able to countercharge, etc. But anyway, you know, we were playing it pretty quick because it was a Friday night game, practice and all
Yeah,
that.
man.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we were going for it at this stage. Speaking of going for it, I charge everything into everything. Well, no, technically I didn't charge the cannon. Didn't feel I needed to charge the cannon. I had faith that my tribesmen were going to do it. So yeah, the Inox are in a bit of trouble there, especially as I've got all my characters in. And here we go. Yeah, yeah. I felt as well that the Frost Mammoth could probably take the what's left of the Marauders because in the middle because they've also
Okay.
now
Yeah.
taken a second smite
Yeah. There's
the
only
Unbeliever.
6 or 7. Yeah.
So there's only a few left now. I think my opponent won the clues for the
Yeah.
secondary and put the clue token over there.
Hmm.
So the token you can see near the house. And I also chaff the Iron Orcs chariots as well with the trappers. I think my cannon turned to face the totemic as well to see if he could do something about that. I cast Holy Affliction on those Marauders because I knew there was going to be a fight after this. And also managed to get Children of Umi off on my tribesman, which
Yeah.
is a massive -2 to wound. So if he is thinking of coming in with those Marauders, it's going to be a tough fight, even if he is on the charge.
Yeah.
So really awesome. We worked out that even though I managed to kill one of the Inox chariots, he was still chaffed. I think it was the character who died, actually. Could it have
Oh,
been the
okay.
character? I'm not sure if I could allocate or
It
not.
does. That does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because less amount of models.
Less rank and file and
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Either way, he's down to 2, and the trappers are doing a great job of holding that flank on their own.
Yeah.
Uh, I kill off the other. Oh no, what's this? This is the
Scrapling.
cannon doing 2 wounds to the totemic. I think I've already killed the scrapling in the
Oh,
previous
okay.
turn, actually. And I think I've just moved my Tuskers backwards, actually, so that they could give the tribesmen a bit of room, finish fighting the Iron Orcs. And the scraplings also turned towards the totemic to give what I wanted to do, because kind of before the tribesman situation, I wanted to tease the totemic to come towards the scraplings
Yeah.
in case he fancied a fight with them instead of him bogging down the Tuskers.
Sure.
I didn't really
Yeah,
expect him to take that because he
yeah.
probably needs the totemic to hold the
Yeah.
Tuskers in place.
But with only one
Uh,
wound,
yeah,
not
and,
long for this
and
fight.
exactly, and things have changed now because I've got my tribesmen in the flank of the Orcs, so it's all
Yeah.
different now.
Yeah.
So that's all good. Yeah, my frost mammoth killed the last of the scrap wagons in the middle. My tribesmen and characters made very short work of the Iron Orcs. I didn't actually overrun very far, but it was enough to catch him. So
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Neither did he.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, now I'm facing off against that Marauder charge, if it comes. He declares a charge with only this Marauder unit. Well, no, actually, he does declare another charge, but I don't know if we've got another picture on that. We'll get to it in a minute. But yeah, he declares this charge with his small unit of Marauders into my Frost Mammoth. I'm hoping that my Res 6 can cope with that. But, I
Hmm.
mean, he is Strength 6 on the charge, so with a few good rolls and a bit of brood, rivalry, etc.,
Yeah.
because he's got his chariots in as well, they take another set of trap tests and don't take any wounds. So the Iron Orc chariots are just surviving. He does take the totemic into the scraplings.
Hmm.
The reason being is that well, with the big unit of Marauders, we couldn't actually decide without measuring, and we decided not to measure, whether his unit of Marauders could pivot past my tribesmen after
Okay.
they'd
Yeah.
run forward.
Yeah.
And because this was a practice game and we were having a laugh with it, and he measured it and it was a 6 to get to the Tuskers, we just decided we're not going to check the pivot. We're just going to let him roll and see if he can
Just
get a
go.
6
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
charge for the Tuskers. Because if he gets that, then he's awesome. He kills the Tuskers and it's game on again, and we
Yeah. Yeah.
reset the battle, etc. But he didn't get his 6 with the Tuskers, with the Marauders, so he ends up just failed charging right in front of my tribesmen, and that's pretty much game over for them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all now about whether the totemic and the frost mammoth, how they get on. And yeah, as you've indicated there, it was a bit of death on every side, really. The trappers go
Yeah.
down. The totemic summon goes down to the scraplings, which is awesome. That's a good story there. I only need to pip a 1 wound, like we said. But yeah, the Marauders do a number on the Frost Mammoth without impact
Mm.
hits. He kills me before I strike. No, it can't
Yeah.
have been before I strike because I was reducing his agility. But either way, I don't think I killed many. And yeah, then I just go and clear up, really. I mean, the unit of 7 Marauders that he's got left that are going through my army in the
Yeah.
middle are a bit of a concern. But at the end of the day, I've got a lot of points in this tribesman unit and the Tusker unit and all my characters, so I just
Yeah.
go for the kill with his characters. I've already killed his shaman, so he hasn't got much magic support anymore. I get Children of Umi off on my tribesman, which is amazing. I think the scraplings managed. No, it was an overrun to get into the scraplings, so I don't
Mm.
know how
Yeah.
one of them died.
Does your cannon
Um,
get away? I didn't know whether your cannon got away or if you just died.
oh, I think it fled actually. I
Okay.
think that was what happened actually. So I do think I got stand and shoot with the scraplings, because he charged the cannon.
It
Oh,
fled and then he
hmm.
overran and touched you.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe I didn't get stand and shoot. Maybe the cannon killed one of the marauders before it died.
Yeah.
That was more
Yeah.
likely. Yep. But yeah, so that's the situation. See if my scraplings can have another victory. Maybe. And he decides not to press with his Iron Orc chariots. They are bleeding heavily. And seeing the Marauders go down to the Tuskers, I only pursued with the Tuskers, which was enough with the Swift Stride to catch them. There
Yeah.
weren't any Marauders left in the fight. I think there was one Brood Alpha left alive, or maybe his Warlord was
Okay. Yeah.
left
Just his
alive.
characters.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the whole unit was decimated, destroyed. So I just pursued with the Tuskers because they'd done their job anyway.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, really, really nice. And yeah, I managed to maybe I shouldn't have done that actually. I was thinking that was a pivot, wasn't it? I don't think could have charged into the flank of the
If it was
Marauders
the next turn.
next turn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this was just a bit fast and loose anyway,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it didn't make a huge amount of difference, and that was the end of the game. So yeah, a really fun battle on the Friday. Thank you, Christopher, for the game. Your beautiful army is amazing to play against, of
Yeah,
course. And yeah, it was a good warm up for the tournament, of
it
course.
was.
Yeah, it was about 15-5, mostly on victory points. Nothing happened with the primary or the secondary, really. I think, did I keep?
Do you know
I
about the
think I might
secondary?
have won the
Because you
secondary
conserved
actually.
your banners. Yeah.
So yeah, I counted up loosely. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and the Sweden tournament begins with a good start for the Ogres. So we will see
Yes.
how the rest of the battles go. So join us for Sweden.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got lots of. We're going to crack on with all these games now, and yeah, and with a bit more stuff. A few more videos come in, and lots to look forward to. So yeah, a nice battle to start off with. In my practice battle, for what it's worth, I got absolutely trounced. And by the high elf army with no magic, which was lovely, interesting to see.
Ah,
But yeah, good fun game there as well. So yeah, we're both going home now, getting rested up in the little village of Fluda, and
yes,
yeah, we are
which is
raring to
river with an
go.
A. I
Mm,
think it was explained to us, wasn't it? River with an A on the
yeah,
end. I don't know.
and
So he
possibly,
didn't know how
yeah.
that worked either. So
All right.
yeah.
But yes, so like, share, subscribe, check us out on all the socials, whatever, and see you next time for the next Swedish Entourage.
Start of the tournament. Here we go.
Amen. See you later.